Today, we're going to be looking at a few Simpsons games. In particular, Simpsons Road Rage, Simpsons Hit and Run, and Simpsons Game. First, we'll take a look at Simpsons Road Rage. The premise of this game is that Mr. Burns buys all the transit buses and creates radioactive buses that threaten the public health. Due to this, Homer and others create a cab company to pay back Burns and get rid of the radioactive buses. The game bears a striking resemblance to Crazy Taxi, an arcade and later home console game by Sega. In fact, the similarities were so strong that Sega sued Electronic Arts, Fox Interactive, and Radical Entertainment for patent infringement. I'd be lying if I said I didn't see the resemblances, but I wouldn't be lying if I said the game itself is kind of boring. Don't get me wrong, this game can be fun, but after a certain amount of time, the game gets really old. That's the main problem I also have with Crazy Taxi. I would like some variety in these games. The graphics also leave a lot to be desired. They're pretty bland for the most part. Overall, this game isn't that bad, but it can get real old real quick. The next game I look at is Simpsons Hit and Run, and this may very well be my favorite video game of all time. Well, either this or WWE Raw 2. The premise of this game is a strange series of events are happening in Springfield. Cameras that look like hornets and strange black bands are just some of the unusual sights going on. It is later revealed that Kang and Kodos are behind this, as they are filming a reality show on the Springfieldans, catching them at their worst moments. You can play as Homer, Bart, Lisa, Marge, and Apu. The graphics are much better this time around. The game is basically a parody of the Grand Theft Auto series of games, particularly Grand Theft Auto 3. The voice acting is also great, as the main voice cast from the show reprises their roles. I highly recommend this game. And finally, we look at the Simpsons game, released in 2007, around the time of the release of the Simpsons movie on DVD. With that knowledge, you would think the game would tie in with the film, but it doesn't really have anything to do with the movie and follows its own storyline. The premise of the game is that the Simpsons discover that there are video game characters with special powers and abilities. They go to Matt Groening, who makes a bizarre cameo. They then build a literal stairway to heaven to talk to God, who they battle in Dance Dance Revolution style, which is pretty fun. The entire game is really fun, especially the Matt Groening stage. Probably the best part about that level is when the Futurama characters invade it. The entire game is really fun, and while not quite as good as Hit and Run, it's still pretty good. All these games are fun and are worth playing at least once. Next review, Suburban Commando.